उत्तरार्ध निर्वाण प्रकरण का उत्तरार्ध 31वां सर्ग का आलोचना कर रहे हैं, जहाँ पहले तो ज्ञानियों का स्वरूप का आलोचना विवेचना किए थे और उसके बाद कल हम अज्ञानी जीवों का एक विश्लेषणात्मक आलोचना किए थे आधा। आज उसी को देखेंगे। वी आर इन योग वशिष्ठ निर्वाण प्रकरण सेकेंड हाफ and 31st chapter, wherein we have already seen the outward and inward picture of the personality of a wise man, and yesterday we were discussing on the personality of the ignorant man, worldly man, how he behaves, how he is personified, what is his personality in analytical way. From every angle we have to see it, then we know what is called a worldly man or how he is called ignorant. What is the meaning of ignorance? Then only we can understand. So all these, yesterday we saw a little, today we shall see it again vividly. इस संसार में अज्ञानी पुरुष तो वासना स्वरूप ही है। दैट इज व्हाट वी सॉ। अज्ञानी पुरुष का स्वरूप कैसे है? वासनाओं का एक ढेर सारे। वासना को हम समझें, वासना सूक्ष्म रूप है आशाओं का। आशा बाद में बन जाता है वासना का बारंबारता और विषय स्पर्श से उसका आशा बन जाता है। आशा फिर तृष्णा, बड़े भयंकर आशा जो अति प्रबल आशा को हम तृष्णा कहते हैं। और उसके बाद फिर हम बंधन में, विषय वस्तुओं के बंधन में पड़ जाते हैं। उसका आसक्ति के कारण, बारंबारता के कारण वो हमारे आदत बन जाता है, वो हमारा चरित्र बन जाता है, वो हमारा किस्मत बन जाता है, वही हमारा व्यक्तित्व बन जाता है। सबके जड़ में है वासना। और अज्ञान का चार रूप हम पहले से देखे थे, बहुत पहले। कभी मंकी ब्राह्मण को समझाते हुए वशिष्ठ भगवान कभी समझाए तो ज्ञान का चार रूप होता है। क्या क्या? एक तो संवेदन, और एक होता है वासना, एक है कामना। कामना बाद में वासना, भावना और फिर कल्पना और फिर वासना के बाद भावना। भाई
भावना पहले, फिर वासना, कलन।
हाँ, भावना। हाँ, वो जो वासना का और भावना का बीच में समझो, ये वासना और आशा, जिसको हम क्या कहते हैं, पहला हुआ संवेदन। संवेदन मतलब एक का दूसरे के साथ, एक वस्तु दूसरे वस्तु के साथ जो संबंध है उसके बारे में हम कहते हैं संवेदन। और दूसरा उसके तत्व है, मन का लहरें हैं, मन का चंचलता। भावना उसको कहते हैं, थॉट्स, थॉट वेव्स। वासना के बाद भावना, भावना के बाद फिर चौथा हो जाएगा कल्पना, जो ज़्यादातर भविष्य से संबंधित है। ये है चार स्थिति जो अज्ञान का स्वरूप। Long ago we have already discussed in the dialogue between the monkey Brahmin, ascetic monkey, and Vasishtha ji. They met each other in some desert and they had the conversation. In that, Vasishtha ji was explaining to monkey that ignorance has four phases. So, four forms. So the first is samvedana. Samvedana, the feeling. माता जी इसको जब बना करते हो ना टाइट, ऐसा टेढ़ा मेढ़ा नहीं, ये गड़बड़ी हो जाता है। ये देखो
पहले उधर
ऐसे ही रख देना, बस धीरे से इसको घुमा देना। जबरदस्ती करेंगे तो टेढ़ा मेढ़ा हो जाएगा। कर दे गड़बड़ी जबरदस्ती। Four forms. First is samvedana. Samvedana means the relation, the starting or initial relationship between two objects or two subjects, whatever, two. That is called samvedana, the feeling for each other. Then only we can have communication. The first phase is called the starting point of relationship. That is feeling or the empathy or sympathy. Empathy, we can say. But you have to understand the first phase, the starting of the feeling for each other. That starts the relationship. Relationship is not yet started. Before that, just as before doing something, we have a tendency of doing. See, for example, I want to get up. Getting up is my action. Before that, this is tendency to get up, a momentum. You must have seen before running race how the runners, they get ready. Huh? So the moment whistle is heard, they start. Before starting, they get ready. That is called momentum, tendency, or readiness before the action. So that is called samvedana, before relationship. Samvedana. Before running, one knows I will start running, isn't it? That knowing and getting ready, that is called samvedana. Everywhere. That readiness, that getting fitness, getting fit to do the work. That is called samvedana. And then comes vasana. Vasana means a subtle most inherited or unseen desire, unseen, just as the nature of the blank paper. Yesterday we were telling blank paper. It has the capacity to express anything and everything. Whatever you like to see, it can appear in the blank paper, isn't it? So blank paper has all in, these unseen impressions, unseen, unknown impressions are there, or else where from it will come? Without the seed, there is no tree. So this, in the seed, the future tree is unseen and unknown, and yet it has the presence of the future tree in the form of potency or what we can say, what energy? Before the energy is activated, what do you call it?
Potential energy.
Eh?
Potential energy.
Potentiality, that is what. Potentiality. It is there. Then only when it gets all the favorable conditions, it starts appearing or expressing itself. That expression is sprouting. So now, similarly, this ignorance, it has a basement called samvedana, and samvedana is modified or it is transformed. It takes the form of the vasana. Vasana means all the potential impressions which are not seen, not expressed yet. And when it starts expressing, then it is called bhavana. Bhavana means the real vibratory system of the mind, which we call it thought waves. And that also in very, very, very minute vibratory system, when it starts, that is called intuition. Then it takes the form of intellect or ego, and then it becomes the intellect, then it becomes the mind. In this way, it gets on grossifying itself or multiplying, or multiplied vibrations accumulated and gets gross form. They are called thought waves. Understood now how from subtle most how it becomes gross. And that gross thought waves, they are called bhavana. And then bhavana has to work out. It cannot keep quiet. It has to communicate. It has to have contact with the object through which sense, through the sense it goes out. If it is a thought of form, it has to go through the eyes, and then it has to contact a form, whatever may be. If it goes through the by the nature of, by being forced by the nature of the vibration thought waves, if it is of sound nature, then it has to go out through ears, and it has to contact the sound, outward sound of any kind. And if it is thought of touch, then it should go through the skin. If it is taste, through tongue. If it is smell, through smell, nose. In this way, it has to go out through the windows of eyes, and it has to contact the particular object, and then the future starts. Future means the planning of the future, whether it is going to be repeated again and again. Then attachment starts, then habit starts, and many things, and dominating, using, having its value, and then transaction, giving and lending, giving and taking. All these are future affairs. After the contact of the thought wave with the object, then starts kalpana. Kalpana, that also the form of thoughts. We cannot take out thoughts from the kalpana. But thoughts have been modified, transformed, and been complicatedly taken a form. That is called the future plan, or kalpana, or project. That is for future. Future means it is not after 10 years. It is just after a second or fraction of a second. That is called future also. After the contact is made, then what will happen? Then the information should be given to the sender. Who is the sender of thought waves?
Mind.
Thoughts are just like messengers, the postman, and it has to go back to its source. It has to give all the information, so whatever he has accumulated from the contact, whether he has dispatched the letter, or there was no person written in the address, person is not found. Something has to be reported to the post office. The postman has to come back, isn't it? That report is informative instructions, whatever, memories, or we call it impressions, or informations. They are given to the subconscious mind, from where all these thought waves start. Now, then future plan, whether it has to be repeated again and again, or it has to be changed. Something, it goes on because it cannot stop. The vibratory system cannot stop. It has to go on, continue. So, either the same thing will be repeated again and again, or different things should be repeated. Anyway, it will go on. So those future plans are called kalpana. Kalpana means imagination. Also, we may say, in some sense it is imagination, but imagination is not exact translation of kalpana. इमेजिनेशन का हिंदी क्या कहेंगे? हाँ? जोर से। कल्पना। बट कल्पना का स्वरूप थोड़ा इमेजिनेशन, जब इंग्लिश में हम जो इमेजिनेशन सोचते हैं, उससे कल्पना का रूप और विस्तार है। कल्पना कल्पना एस्टिमेशन भी है। कल्पना के अंदर एस्टिमेशन, फ्यूचर एस्टिमेशन, प्रोजेक्शन, ऑल दीज comes under कल्पना है।
भावना कह रहे हैं।
क्या?
भावना।
भावना। हम भावना तो पहले छूट गया। पहले भावना तो खाली थॉट वेव्स को हम कहे, भावना को इससे अलग नहीं कर सकते। कल्पना के अंदर भावना है। भावना के बिना कुछ नहीं होता है काम। हाँ, संकल्प कह सकते हैं, संकल्प भी कह सकते हैं। एनीवे, so this is how these four main phases of ignorance we have seen before. और Basit ji explained it to monkey ascetic. Now bringing it back here, ये जो वासनाओं का एक समूह है, इसी को हम एक कलेक्टिव मास, ए हीप, ए accumulation of all these vasanas, the ideas, is known as a ignorant person. Slowly it gets personified, means it takes a shape. Personification means takes a shape and its character and everything formed, then it is called a formation or personification. Yes?
Difference between kamana and vasana.
हाँ, कामना. What is the difference between कामना and वासना? कामना और वासना में क्या अंतर है भाई, बोलो? वासना तो मूलभूत स्थिति है, कामना बाद में होता है। कामना जो उसके बाद की स्थिति को कामना कहेंगे। वासना का भावी स्थिति को कामना कहेंगे। वासना से अलग है कामना। इसी प्रकार जैसे हम एक संवेदन से वासना को अलग करके अभी जैसे देखें, ये बहुत बारीक डिफरेंस है, बहुत बारीक भेद है, इसीलिए इसको समझना बड़ा कठिन है। और संस्कृत भाषा में इसका जो मूलभूत धातु है, रूट है, रूट का किस अर्थ में व्यवहार किया जाता है, उसको लेने से उसका भी एक अर्थ नहीं है। एक धातु का अनेक अर्थ होता है, तो किस ढंग से उसको व्यवहार में लिया गया, आगे पीछे देख करके कॉन्टेक्स्ट देख करके फिर अर्थ निकाला जाता है, नहीं तो एग्जैक्ट अर्थ हमको हमेशा नहीं मिलता है, कुछ ना कुछ कमी रह जाता है। इन व्हाट कॉन्टेक्स्ट it is used. So everywhere in dictionary they give a sentence of example, how it is used, how the word is used, in what context. It goes on changing its meaning. कामना, कामना करना मतलब टू wish for, टू विश, विश का और थॉट्स का अंदर कितने अंतर है, थॉट एंड विश, आर यू एबल टू गेटिंग लिटिल डिफरेंस? आई एम थिंकिंग, आई एम विशिंग फॉर यू हैप्पी दीपावली, आई एम विशिंग, कामना कर रहा हूँ, कामना कर रहा हूँ, मे इट हैपन. This is of course a thought, but thought is concerned with others and according to the situation or your transaction, relation. That's how we wish for others, wish. Or we can say will, will. Will be not so exact meaning, but kamana means wish, wish. Wish and will, there is difference. I wish for you, I will. Will means it is confirmed, decided. But kamana is may. It may happen, may it happen. There is dependency on others. May Lord bless you, it is called kamana. But Lord will take care of you, it is called will. Will take care. He will. He has promised. Yogakshamam vahamyaham. He has promised, he has taken vow. For whom? One who thinks of him continuously, ever and ever, God takes care of him and looks after him for everything, on every ground, protects him, supplies his needs, and does everything, takes all cares. That is his. So he will take care. Will. This is called will, and may Lord bless you. May Lord bless you. It is kamana, wish. There are subtle differences in every use and every word. कामना और संकल्प, इसमें अंतर है. कामना करना किसी के लिए और संकल्प करना ऐसा हो करके रहेगा, संकल्प विल. तो होता क्या, वासनाओं का एक ढेर जो है, वासना का स्वरूप अभी हम देख लिए. वासनाओं का ढेर को अज्ञानी जीव का व्यक्तित्व हम मानेंगे, और उसको फिर आगे बढ़ कर के हम कल ये विचार किए थे जिस पदार्थ की प्रतीति प्रकाश स्फूर्ति से सिद्ध है, प्रकाश स्फूर्ति से सिद्ध है, यानी प्रकाश के बिना जिस पदार्थ की प्रतीति होती है वो पदार्थ प्रकाश से विद्यमान नहीं रहता है। इसके ऊपर कल बहुत चर्चा हुआ था। प्रकाश की आपूर्ति में जो दिखाई देता है, प्रकाश को हम कल विचार किए थे। प्रकाश दो किस्म का है, एक स्वयं प्रकाश और एक साधारण जो प्रकाश हुआ। कल इसके ऊपर हम थोड़ा विचार किए थे, याद करो। एक दीपक जल रहा है तो वो अपने आप नहीं जल सकता है, दीपक कभी अपने आप नहीं जलता है। और कोई दीपक जलाएगा तभी दीपक जलता है। हम दीपावली में यही करते रहे, इतने दीपक रख करके उसमें एक मोमबत्ती लिए जला करके सारे दीपक को जलाते गए। दीप से दीप जगाते चलो, ज्योत से ज्योत जगाते चलो। ये सब आधारित, दूसरे के ऊपर आधारित है, स्वयं प्रकाश नहीं है। इस प्रकार एक प्रकाश तो दूसरे से प्रकाशित होता है और एक प्रकाश अपने आप में होता है। आप लोग इसके ऊपर भी सवाल कर सकते हैं। ज्योत अपने आप स्वप्रकाश है। ज्योत कैसे? तानसेन दिखा दिए थे। क्या किए थे? तानसेन दीपक राग आलाप किए तो दीप प्रज्वलित हुआ। मेघमल्लार आलाप किए तो बारिश हुआ। कृत्रिम बारिश आज हम कर रहे हैं वैज्ञानिक रूप से, हमारे शास्त्र में है बारिश कर सकते हैं। उसके लिए उतना ठंडा होना पड़ेगा। खुद अपना मन को उतना ठंडा करके उस ठंडापना में आलाप अगर किया जा सकता है तो एटमॉस्फेयर ठंडा हो जाएगा और वो ठंडा होने से गर्म इलाके से जो बादल बना हुआ वो इधर आकर्षित होंगे और फिर एक दूसरे से आघात प्राप्त करें। आलाप मतलब एक दूसरे से वाइब्रेशन टकराते हैं, तब फिर वो जो बादल फिर बरसेगा। इसका साइंटिफिक, इसका एनालिसिस बड़ा सूक्ष्म रहस्य है इसमें। दीपक राग, गर्मी से तो सब कुछ होता है, तो आपका आलाप में वो गर्मी पैदा होना चाहिए, तब फिर दीपक जल जाएगा। और वो दीपक कहाँ जलेगा? हम देखे हैं उड़ीसा में। मैं देखा हूँ उड़ीसा में इतना गर्मी पड़ता है कि साधारण उत्तर भारतीय समझ नहीं पाएंगे। पत्थर से पत्थर टकराता है कभी हवा चलने से और आग लग जाता है जंगल में। कोई नहीं लगाया, अपने आप लग जाता। जंगल में तो पत्थर से पत्थर टकराया। उड़ीसा में कहते हैं एक देवी है, हेंगुला देवी। हेंगुला देवी वो अग्नि का माँ है, अग्नि का स्वरूप है, समझो। अग्नि को पैदा करने वाला एक देवी है जिसका नाम हेंगुला देवी है। तो वो हेंगुला कैसे मैं बताऊंगा। वो जो अग्नि पैदा होती है अपने आप गर्मी से पैदा हो जाती है। घास फूस का मकान होता है, सब छत होता है, घास फूस का छवाई करते हैं, वो इतना गर्म हो जाता है उसमें अपने आप आग लगता है। ये खाली बोलने की बात नहीं, सच्ची है। इन ओडिशा, इन ओल्डन डेज, now of course things have changed, time changes. Mostly people have thatched houses. Thatched means the roof will be with grass only. Grass, our hay, our uh, paddy, dry paddy, straw, or from the jungle, anything. And it gets so much heated up in midsummer days. Automatically it catches fire. It is possible. Why? See, when the sun rays are accumulated from the lens we see, if in summer, in daytime, we put the lens on the hand, the hand will feed the heat. If you put it on some cotton, cotton will start burning. If the rays of sun, they get accumulated, they get more heated up and fire starts. There is hidden fire everywhere, because fire is the father of water and earth, isn't it? It is present everywhere. So that is called automatic. So in this way, the lamps are lit by some songs. It was proved. There was a great musician in Akbar's era, in his cabinet, and he could practically showed it. Tansen. His name was Tansen. He sang the alap, we call it, the alap को इंग्लिश में क्या कहेंगे, the preparatory process of the tone. When he went on singing, the lamp got lit, it got lighted up. And he showed by music he could bring the rains. Practically it is done. And in music science, it is there. Many have done it. And this is how artificially we can create rains. But nowadays, the scientific methods are different. They do something. And we have the proof. By yajna also we can bring the rains. I have seen it, I have done it myself, and many Mahatmas has done it practically. After yajna there will be, with guarantee there will be rains. Guarantee. It has to rain. Either 1 or 2 drops maybe, or it will be heavy rains. That is different. But raindrops will have to come. It has to. There will be cloud will be created and it will rain. Those whatever we put in fire, it it gets consumed by the fire, means it becomes the air, and that air is cleaning the atmosphere and creates some type of heat in the atmosphere which attracts the clouds, and it has to rain. It has to. We have seen in Himalayan forests when there will be forest fire for a few days in Himalayan range only. I cannot give you guarantee in other places. When there will be forest fire after 2-3 days, there has to be rain. Because there are some herbs which are burnt up and then it attracts the clouds. It is not possible in all the forests. No. There is no guarantee. There may be. But in Himalayan range, in higher range, if there is forest fire, within a day or two, within a few days, there will be rain. And the forest fire will have to subside. So in this way, you may argue it is called self-effulgent, self-light, self-produced light. But it is not so. There is some media or some method which is cause for this. It is not causeless fire. Fire has some cause. So that is called the dependent object, where from the song is the music is the cause for the fire, the lamp is lit. So the music is the cause for it. Similarly, everywhere there is all these fire, whatever we say, all the lights, all these are dependent. They are not self-produced. Wherever you go, if you see minutely analytically, there is a dependency. It is not self-dependent. All the lights. Now, coming to our point, when something is seen without light, that is not seen, that is not visible when there is light. Any example? The bright example is bright stars. Stars are visible at night because there is no light. Okay? Stars you see without light. When there is no light, stars are visible. Or this torchlight, or your glowworms, or some other lights you see when there is no light, daylight. And when the daylight appears, then all these lights, they disappear. They are not visible. Are you able to see some stars at daytime? Why not? Because the real light has come, daylight has come. So all those visible objects which we are visible without this light, they have disappeared. This point we have to be very, very particular on. गुरुजी अभी समझ में आ रहा है थोड़ा थोड़ा, सुबह जो कर रहे थे। जब हम ताराओं को और कुछ कितनी चीज़ों को हम देखते हैं रात को, वो सब दिन में क्यों नहीं दिखता है? क्योंकि उसका जो प्रकाश था वो इसी प्रकाश से प्रकाशित हो रहे थे। कौन सा प्रकाश से? सूर्य प्रकाश से प्रकाशित हो रहे थे। इनडायरेक्टली, डायरेक्टली नहीं, इनडायरेक्टली हो रहे थे। जब डायरेक्ट सूर्य का आलोक आ गया तो उनका नहीं देखना स्वाभाविक है। हाँ, मैं एक चीज़ भूल गया बोलने के लिए। अरणि मंथन, उससे भी आग पैदा होता है। दीपक राग से तो आग पैदा होता है, अरणि मंथन से भी आग पैदा होता है। दो चीज़ का घर्षण से, आग घर्षण से पैदा होता है। ये मूलभूत सिद्धांत है। द थ्योरी इज इन द olden days, now also many people do. For yajna, to start yajna, they don't use ordinary other lights. They create fire. They create fire. There is a particular type of wood. There will be a hollow, and other, just like churning bar, there will be other churning bar, and it will be there. And just like we churn the buttermilk, similarly they go on churning rapidly, and then from here fire will appear. And that fire they take by some method, something, some oily or some wood pieces or some cotton or something, then that will be set in the yajna fire. From that it is automatic, but we cannot argue it is self-produced. No. It has got some method. So method means it is not self-produced. It is dependent upon some cause or other. So in this way, when we see all these lights are not self-produced, self-dependent, they are dependent on some light which is the source of all lights. Source of all lights. That is causeless cause, that is independent light, that we call it self-effulgence, self-made effulgence. And that we shall see, understand what is that, how it is called light, and what do we mean by light. Light helps, we have already discussed yesterday, light helps us to have contact with the objects through the senses by the mind and get some informations about the objects and have some relationship. This is how light is used. Our so-called, our relative light is used only for this, whether it is daytime or night time, whatever it is. Light is used for this, to get some information about the object by the senses through the mind. Okay? This is called light. And all sorts of these lights which are not self-produced light, they are helpful. They help us to have all these contacts and relationship, because they are, all these lights, they are enough, they are capable of enlightening our senses, mind, giving little light. And that is enough for the mind and senses and intellect to have contact with the objects. So this light is used in this way. And thereby what we collect some informations or some data about our surroundings, our outward world or inward also. Okay? Clear? But there is some other light. So this light gives us knowledge. That knowledge which is relative and which is subject to change. Isn't it? Try to understand. Whatever data we get by the contact of the senses with the sense objects, whatever information we get, that is momentary, that is subject to change. So there is growth and decay, both. It can grow. Your knowledge grows, isn't it? Whatever you have learnt in the childhood, now it is something else. A child believes, I will give you beautiful example. In my childhood, I was looking at the sky and looking at the twinkling stars, and I was thinking, small child, at that time I had not gone to school even, say 4 years old. I had some thought world, some kind of thought world. I was thinking, I have heard some stories. Small children, they get some stories from mothers or grandmothers or elderly people. I have heard this, the story of Dhruva. Dhruva was a small boy. He did penance for very severe penance and got the realization of Lord Vishnu. He met Lord Vishnu in children's language. He met Lord Vishnu, came before him, and he was blessed, and he became the star Dhruva. The pole star is called Dhruva. In Indian language, it is called, pole star is called Dhruva. Dhruva means constant. Constant. It never moves. Absolutely constant. Ever constant. Neither it rises nor it sets. And scientifically, it is the axis of the whole universe. That's how it never moves. The axis never moves. The wheel moves around it. So that is the center of the universe. Scientifically, that is understood afterwards. But a child understands because of penance. The small child, Prince Dhruva, left his home and went to jungle and did penance, and Lord came before him and he got the boon. He became a star. So all these stars like this. And they are twinkling, they are luminous objects. Okay. And how they are remaining in that sky? How are they able to stay comfortably and they are not falling down? Why not? We see everything falls down on the earth. Why they are not falling? I have the answer for it. Yes, you see, this sky is half opaque, half what we call uh,
Spherical?
uh,
Spherical? You mean?
गोलाकार ना एक just like a pan. It is half round and horizon is all around. So it is resting on the horizon, on the earth. And the sky, we are able to see the stars in the sky. So sky means it is a transparent uh, half circular, transparent uh, pan. Over that, these these great rishis and munis, they are sitting there, so they are not falling down, and we are able to see them because it is transparent, just as some plastic, hard plastic sheet or glass. So over that, these great saints and sages, they are sitting, and if they are sitting, how you are seeing this fire or this light? No, no. I have seen when we went to some mountains, we felt very cold. If you go up, you feel cold. So they are sitting in fireplace, eating up themselves. So that fireplace is visible to us, and we know it is all these are stars. This was my understanding about the stars. Now, what a difference. Now what I think, I don't care for them. It is some gaseous mass. Now I say, it is not out of the air. Huh? See, in this way, our understanding differs from time to time, and knowledge also grows, and it culminates in some form or other. And sometimes the old wrong ideas are also destroyed. So there is growth and decay for our so-called informative knowledge. That is, in other terms, we can say it is relative knowledge. So it has got both growth and decay. Okay? Understood? A type of knowledge. The other knowledge is experiential knowledge, which cannot be expressed, which never expressed. and which never grows nor it decays. What is that? Experiential knowledge. Other examples I shall give you. Say, if you have some information say about Gangotri, the center of pilgrimage, you know many things. Whosoever is here, he has heard something or other about Gangotri. Gangotri is a place of pilgrimage. And there is a temple of Ganga Maya. And that day, Deepavali day, the next day, yesterday perhaps, 13th, 12th, 13th was Samavati Amasya, 14th perhaps. Yesterday, Gangaji came down to some other place, and for 6 months she will be there. There is another temple, and it will be worshipped there for 6 months. After 6 months, Akshaya Tritiya, a particular day, that day again the idol will move to Gangotri and it will be there. So, this all information we have, and it is from Ganeshpur. Gangotri will be about 95 kilometers, and in between some other small towns and villages will be seen, and some other things, some Gangnani, some hot water spring, and other things. We have so many datas, but I have not gone to Gangotri. All the data I have collected from tourist book or heard from villagers, my friends, everything. As long as I have not gone and seen the Gangotri place, all these are haphazard. It is good for nothing, isn't it? So these are called theoretical knowledge, or it is called informative knowledge, informative knowledge. This has growth and decay. And when I started walking the way, I started walking and went through all these data. I came to understand all these data, whatever I had collected, it is practically true. I saw everything. I had a dip in the hot water spring at Gangnani and felt, oh, it is very useful. That experience I had. So in this way, I walked up to Gangotri and reached Gangotri. I stayed there for some time, a month or two, and knew about its climatical changes and vegetations around it, the temperature, atmosphere, and the soil and water condition there, and what kind of animals and birds are available there, and what kind of people live there. Some monks, some business people, some other people, suppliers, they live there, some mountaineers also, or many kinds of people live. Some come down in winter days. All these I have seen. I stayed there full 1 year. Then I have observed everything, how the night glitters there, how the full moon night creates the heavenly atmosphere, how the Ganga sings the songs in solitary nights, and all these, and how the uh, folks of hordes of you see hilly deer, they go round and they are seen. How the red bear is seen occasionally. All these I have seen. That is called experiential knowledge. Tell me whatever you like, I will not believe you. I have seen it. I have experienced it. That is called confirmative knowledge, which never can change. That is called experiential knowledge, conviction, confirmative, and fixed, which never can change. That is called real knowledge. That is called real knowledge, which has got no change. It never can change. Call me, tell me whatever you like. Bring me thousands of data about Gangotri, but I have experienced it. I don't believe all those data. I have my own belief, isn't it? That is called direct knowledge, and all these are indirect knowledge. So we in Sanskrit we call it pratyaksha jnana or paroksha jnana. Paroksha indirect, aparoksha direct. Aparoksha, aparoksha atmanubhuti. Direct realization of the truth. I am that. I have been it. I have experienced it. So I will not depend upon informative knowledge. All these informations are gone forever. It is gone forever, not needed anymore, and they don't appear before me now. So this informative knowledge is a informative light, changeable light. And this confirmative knowledge is called self-effulgent light. Understood now? Somewhat. Which is unchangeable, confirmed, which is unchangeable and never subject to growth and decay, ever constant. That light or that knowledge is called self-knowledge, or that is self-effulgence, or the data or the informations or accumulations of all kinds of such haphazard, you see, data, they are called relative knowledge, subject to change, subject to growth and death, decay, and that is called relative light, dependent light. It can change anytime. And when the self-effulgent light appears, all these lights they disappear. When I have experienced the Gangotri stay, then I don't depend. All those data have lost their value. They are not any more needed. That's how when we see something without light means relative light. When we see something without the relative light, that is called self-effulgence. And that is not seen when these relative lights twinkle. At night, the sun is not visible. These stars, they twinkle. The, the glowworms, they glow in the dark nights, isn't it? But at the daylight, they disappear. They are no more needed. They have no need because the main or the source of light has been revealed now. In this way, when the self-knowledge is realized by itself, then all these worlds, whatever we know as worlds with name and forms, or triads, the doer, doing and done, seer, seeing or seen, or with names and forms, or with relationships, or with contacts, all these together, or I and my, all these relations together is called world. Something in, something out. So all these disappear. No more world you can see. Just as in sunlight you don't see these little stars. They are invisible now. Similarly, when one gets the light of the self direct, then all these worlds which are lighted by some other relative lights, we see it, we visualize, yes, there are some beings, they are in this world, some name is there, some form is there, and they have some relationship, they have some transaction every day, night, they appear and they disappear. All these we know, all these are good for nothing. So at that time, when that effulgent, self-effulgent effulgence reveals itself, then all these worlds which are not there, they disappear forever and ever. They disappear forever and ever. Why you are talking all this? We were, our subject was the personality of ignorant person, and now you are going on lecturing. Huh? You like to lecture? No, my dear. From all these analytical board, all the data, we can now understand where is the ignorant person stands, how is his form. Okay? Just as we hang the whole world map in against the wall, and then we find out some cities, where are they? Now we can easily find, oh, Texas, it is in America, USA, on that point. Uh-huh. Acha, Austria, Austria is here in Europe, in small towns, but they are found in world map. When you see the whole world map, then you have all the details. In this way, when we have seen what is knowledge, what is ignorance, and how they appear, how they are used, what is the value of them, how they are used, and what is what, then now we can easily understand both the sides, a knowledge knowledgeable person, realized soul. Other side is ignorant person. Now everything will be clear. Okay? We shall see it. Yes?
The experiential knowledge is subject to growth and decay. So
Experiential? No?
no, not subject to growth and decay.
Yes.
So is it subject to change or is it subject to alteration?
Pardon?
Is it subject to change?
Saints?
Change.
Change? No? Unchanging.
Uh,
Ever constant, I was telling now. Ever constant, eternally fixed, absolute equilibrium.
there is an example, Raju Sarpa.
Raju Sarpa. It is relative knowledge. When two come, it is worldly or it is relative. Raju Sarpa is not given for absolute. Never.
Experiential nature.
No. It is only for the world. अब भाई आप लोगों को गुस्सा नहीं करना चाहिए। देखो गंगोत्री गया था मैं अभी, गंगोत्री में 1 साल रहा, सारा सीजन देखा, सब कुछ पानी ठंडा कैसे होता है, गंगा के किनारे पानी कैसा बर्फ़ बन जाता है और बर्फ़ की पहाड़ कैसे चांदनी रात में चमकता है और कैसे हवा चलती है, पूर्णिमा रात कैसे स्वर्ग बनाता है और अंधकार रात कैसे उधर दिखता है और तारे कैसे इतने बड़े बड़े जैसे कोई फल तोड़ता है, आसमान कैसे साफ रहता है, लाल भालू और जंगली जानवर बरड़ के झुंड, वो सींग बड़ा बड़ा और शिलाजीत के पत्थर तरीके सब कुछ, बर्फ के टुकड़े, बर्फ कैसे पत्थर बन जाता है और 6 वो क्या वो मोजा पहनने के बाद पैर कैसे ठंडा हो जाता है और पानी को बाहर रख देने से कैसे बाल्टी में पत्थर बन जाता है पानी, घी को कैसे कुल्हाड़ी से काटते हैं तेल को भी, सरसों का तेल को कुल्हाड़ी से काटना पड़ता है तब टुकड़े टुकड़े डालते हैं। ये सब मैंने देखा हूँ, अनुभव किया हूँ, इसीलिए उसको कहते हैं अनुभवात्मक ज्ञान। हम तो देसी भाषा में इसको कह रहे हैं, देहाती भाषा में, और शास्त्रीय भाषा में, शुद्ध भाषा में कहते हैं अपरोक्ष ज्ञान, जो प्रत्यक्ष अथवा अपरोक्ष। परोक्ष मतलब इनडायरेक्ट, इनडायरेक्ट जो जितनी हम दुनिया का जितनी जो कुछ ज्ञान प्राप्त करते हैं, गंगोत्री के बारे में पहले जितना मैं सारे सूचना प्राप्त किया था वो सब अभी फीका पड़ गया, वो किसी काम के नहीं। कोई नहीं कहा कि कोई वो जो ट्रैवल एजेंट मेरे को ये नहीं बताया था कि कुल्हाड़ी से सरसों का तेल काटना पड़ता है ये नहीं बताया था कोई, परंतु मैं अनुभव किया है तो तुम्हारे जो ये सूचनात्मक ज्ञान ये किसी काम का नहीं रहा, फेंक दिया मैं उस किताब को, है। कोई आयुर्वेद शास्त्र में नहीं बताया कि वहाँ के पत्ते लत्ते घास जड़ी बूटी कैसे क्या काम करता है, कोई तुम्हारे आयुर्वेदिक शास्त्र में नहीं बताया होगा। मैं उसको अनुभव किया हूँ। हाथ कट गया तो वो ब्रह्म कमल का पत्ता कुछ नहीं मिला मेरे को, उसको दबाया, ब्रह्म कमल का पत्ता को लपेट लिया और उसमें धागा बांध दिया जोर से, खून तो रुक गया। अरे दूसरे दिन देखता हूँ मेरा निशान भी नहीं, बताओ, दर्द गया, निशानी मिट गया। ब्रह्म कमल का ये चमत्कार मैं देखा हूं, कोई से शास्त्र में नहीं लिखा है? ये होता है प्रत्यक्ष ज्ञान, अपरोक्ष ज्ञान। और तुम्हारे जितने सब सूचना में किताब पढ़ पढ़ के मिला था मेरे को, वो सब अब चूल्हा में डाला मैं। Whatever information I got from the books, from truest books, I threw it to the fire. It is useless now. I have seen, I have experienced all the miraculous powers of local herbs and medicines, and the power of the solitary atmosphere, how the mind gets cooled down in a moment. Those nights you cannot sleep, but you are bound to meditate. You are enhanced, you are lifted up to some heavenly atmosphere that I have experienced, that cannot be heard from books by information. No, this is the difference, direct and indirect. जो तुमको प्रत्यक्ष ज्ञान हुआ गंगोत्री में रह करके, उसको हजारों किताब पढ़ करके भी नहीं हो सकता है। यही है प्रत्यक्ष ज्ञान को स्वयं प्रकाश, आलोक कहते हैं। और जो परोक्ष ज्ञान है, जो किताबी ज्ञान है, जो हम दूसरों से प्राप्त करते हैं, उसको भी लाइट कहते हैं। उसको कहते हैं व्यवहारिक आलोक, जो दूसरे से निर्भरशील है, वो स्वयं प्रकाश नहीं है। वो जो डाटा वो हम दूसरों से लिए थे, वो किसी काम का नहीं। हाँ, थोड़ा देर के लिए थोड़ा सा सांत्वना दिया था हमको, लेकिन अब तो मैं गंगोत्री में रहने वाला हूँ। अरे गंगोत्री क्या, मैं तो तपोवन में भी रह करके आया हूँ, लाल भालू देखा हूँ। और वो ब्रह्म कमल जहाँ खिलता है, मैं खुद तोड़ करके लाया हूँ, समझे? अब तुम वो ब्रह्म कमल कैसा खिलता है, उसका जड़ कैसा होता है, उसका पत्ता कैसा होता है, उसका खुशबू कैसा होता है, किसको कहता है ब्रह्म कमल? वो तुम्हारे गुगलू में गुगलानंद क्या कर दिया, ये कैक्टस फ्लावर को दिखा दिया ये ब्रह्म कमल। अरे गधे, तुम क्या जानते हो ब्रह्म कमल किसको कहते हैं? ये है इंफॉर्मेटिव नॉलेज। सब गलत। कमल कहीं रात को खिलता है? कौन सा शास्त्र तुमको कहा कमल रात को खिलता है करके? कमल दिन में खिलता है रे बुद्धू, गुगलानंद। यस, यही है अंतर आत्मज्ञान और सांसारिक ज्ञान में। आत्मज्ञान को, अपरोक्ष ज्ञान को स्वयं प्रकाश कहते हैं, जिससे सब कुछ जाना जाता है। अनुभवात्मक ज्ञान, जिससे सब कुछ मिल जाता है, किसी चीज का शंका नहीं रह जाता है। तस्मिन् दृष्टे परावरे नश्यन्ति सर्वकर्माणि नश्यन्ति सर्वसंशयाः। क्या हुआ? तस्मिन् दृष्टे परावरे, सारे कर्म नष्ट हो जाते हैं, सारे आग लगते हैं कर्म में, ना कोई करता ना कोई भोगता रहता है उधर, सिर्फ आनंद ही आनंद रहेगा। वहाँ पर तुम्हारे दुनिया के ये जो नाम रूप कहाँ चले जाते हैं, जैसे दिन का सूर्य प्रकाश में तारे सब कहीं मिट जाते हैं। और जैसे वो लहरें समुद्र में निकल कर के मिट जाते हैं, कभी दोबारा नहीं दिखते हैं, यही तरंगे आए थे करके वो मिट जाते हैं। वो बुदबुदें जैसे बन करके बिगड़ जाते हैं, फिर नहीं आते हैं। और वो जो मर मिट गया वो फिर नहीं दिखता है तुम्हारे आकर के तुम्हारे सामने। ऐसे ही इसी जो ज्ञान को आलोक कहते हैं, ज्ञान का नाम आलोक। दो किस्म का ज्ञान हम समझे, एक अनुभवात्मक ज्ञान और एक संग्रहित अथवा एक सूचनात्मक ज्ञान। सूचनात्मक काम ज्ञान थोड़े देर के लिए काम में आता है, वो किसी काम का नहीं। और जो अनुभवात्मक ज्ञान वो हमेशा के लिए रहता है, जिसका ना कोई वृद्धि ना कोई क्षय होता है। और उसी का नाम है स्वयं प्रकाश, आलोक, जिसका कभी घटोतरी नहीं बढ़ोतरी नहीं। और बाकी जो दुनिया के वस्तुओं को हम जानते हैं उसको आलोक भी कहते हैं। वो व्यवहारिक आलोक कहते हैं, जो दूसरे के एक दूसरे से संबंधित है, एक दूसरे से प्रकाश को प्राप्त करते हैं। जैसे अभी हम विचार किए थे, ज्योत से ज्योत जगाते चलो और प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो। एक से दूसरे जलते हैं, आलोकित होते हैं, लेकिन स्वयं प्रकाश जो आलोक है वह ज्ञान का, आत्मज्ञान का नाम है, जो किसी के ऊपर निर्भरशील नहीं है, किसी के ऊपर आधारित नहीं है। ये दोनों को साफ साफ समझ लो। एक तो रिलेटिव नॉलेज, एक तो व्यवहारिक ज्ञान है, जिसको व्यवहारिक आलोक भी कहेंगे। और एक आत्मज्ञान जो अपरोक्ष ज्ञान, और जिसको हम अनुभवात्मक ज्ञान कहते हैं, उसी का नाम स्वयं प्रकाश आलोक भी कहा जाता है। तो इसको आज इतना समझ लो, कल फिर हम देखेंगे। अब बहुत समझ लिए, बहुत विचार कर लिए, कल देखेंगे। अब इसी के अंदर से कुछ कुछ चीज़ को निकाल के एक मूर्ति बनाएंगे, जिसको अज्ञानी जीव कहेंगे। हैं इसी चीज़ों को आई हैव placed all these materials before you. Now tomorrow we shall collect some materials and make an idol by name ignorant person and other self-realized person. Two idols we will make out of all these materials, whatever I have placed before you now today. Okay? We shall compose two idols. One is ignorant and other is realized. Thank you. हरि ओम। वो एक ही पारा 3 दिन हो गया, उसको अभी हम कंप्लीट नहीं कर पा रहे यार। हरि ओम। पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। सद्गुरु भगवान की जय। सच्चिदानंद भगवान की जय। शब्द ब्रह्म की जय। सरस्वती महारानी की जय। जोगवशिष्ठ जी भगवान की जय।